Let me set the record straight. I'm not optimistic about the country. I'm not optimistic about its leaders. I'm not optimistic about the economy. I'm not optimistic about a lot of stuff. What I'm optimistic about is that if we invest at the lower end of the social system, in this case, young people in primary and high schools, and you really put in them a burning desire to study and enjoy science and mathematics, then I think we still can, over time, pull the country straight. But our problem is we try to correct things at the wrong end of the spectrum. You know, you undermine the education of children, and then you sort of say, oh, guess what? We can't even anticipate an economic crisis or an electricity crisis. Well, you only get that when you build the skills through young people from the ground up, not by putting in politicians who can't even plan their way, out of their own bedrooms. So my own view is that the long-term perspective on the country is potentially good if we do what COSAT does, if we invest heavily in young people. Then we'll get the skills. Our country is run by people who, with few exceptions, don't have the competence, the skill levels with which to drive a 21st century economy or society, right? The hope lies in these children. And so I believe in long-term planning and to do that around young people. There is nothing more important in our country than to encourage more children to study science and mathematics, and in particular to have more young people study, young women study in the sciences. And the reason is there are very few students, as you know, who pass mathematics, and particularly black students and particularly black women students who pass mathematics in high school with the grades required in order to do science-related training at university. So the reason we have so few bright young scientists graduating from university is that those coming out of the school system are so few and far between. And so having a strong basis in math and science enables you to develop the engineers that build the roads, enables you to develop, the future pilots that take the skies, enables you to develop the medical scientists and the urban planners. So it is so important for the future of our country, for the economic growth of the country, that we broaden the base of science and math graduates out of high school and therefore out of university. And so we cannot stress enough what the politicians are saying and what I think all of us in education should be saying, and that is get more young women in particular to participate in science and math. Now, the problem with science and math in particular, it's regarded by young people as being difficult subjects. It's actually not difficult. It's that we teach it poorly. And so this raises the issue as well about teacher education. Are we training our teachers well enough to be able to teach these subjects, not only with knowledge, but with enthusiasm, so that young people become excited about the subject matter. So I am delighted that we have here in Khayelitsha a specialist school called COSAT that in fact enables. I've just been speaking to the young people here a minute ago, mainly to the girls, and they all have great plans in science-related careers. And the only reason that happens is that they are being funded with bursaries to enable them, through SANRAL in particular, to become outstanding and optimistic young people in regard to the sciences. So, yeah, I think it's a great place to be. We need a lot more specialist science and math schools, and we need to stop telling kids they can't, because that is so pervasive in our education system. Getting low pass rates, and getting people just to slip through. I just think that we can do better than that, and COSAT is a wonderful example. If you believe in kids and you give them the best teachers, they perform.